back up to Roxas, okay? And this is Roxas in the, I believe, in the replica body. Yes, 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 yes. Which the replica body has nothing to do with the nobody body, and it has nothing to do with like absolutely nothing to do with fuck the broken body, right? Because the broken body is literally just a piece straight from that person, right? Versus a replica body where it was replicated and now it's like actually two of them walking around aimlessly, not knowing that they're basically the same person, right? Okay, let's go down because I was looking for Riku, but I'm pretty sure he's on the side of Xehanort. Yeah, okay, so let's go up. So now you know where at least Kaidi has like an easier kind of derivative of the chart, just because she's like in their hearts, like that's literally just their friend, and she basically got kidnapped, and that's pretty much all there is to that. Our two most complicated characters is Sora and Riku, okay? Because of course through Xehanort we get Riku, and then through Ventus we get Sora. And obviously they kind of look like each other because Riku has Snow White hair, and then Sora has like this brown, like young skater dude kind of look. Okay, so we have Xehanort. Xehanort is this crazy motherfucker who has done a crazy deal to bring back the darkness, basically. Like basically this is all his fucking fault. And Ansem is the one. Ooh, let me slide over. Let me turn this up for y'all. Okay. Let me turn this down. Okay. Ansem is the one. Where is. Gotta slide over a little bit. Ansem the Wise is the person who even ended up with the files to know what was going on the other side, and with the darkness and everything that was going on. He's the one that documented everything. And ooh, it's sliding over. This is considered fake Ansem because he basically what do you call it, staged as him and made everybody believe that he was actually Ansem, right? Doing all of these diary logs and doing all this explanation and making people trust him and leaving all these hints and things, when actual Ansem never did that. No, seriously, unlocking this shit. Okay, then we go down. Now, to me, a Terra is like, yeah, I would just say like, it breaks down so crazy. I don't even really know what to explain a Terra. Like, it's literally like, I would just say like a being, like a sky being. Cause like you got like Tenki. Tenki is like the sky, like very like high up there, like Tenki, like electricity, sky, like yeah, basically like a being. Yeah. Oh, my accent fuck you up. Okay, so we go from Xehanort, all the way down to the Terra. He time traveled, and then he has Master Xehanort, and then time travel Xehanort. But this is a replica body, so it has nothing to do with what's going on over here in these games. And the reason why is because this replica, he's walking aimlessly around the world, right? And created all of them basically, and they're just nobodies derived from him time traveling. And he, like, I would basically explain it as like as these people time travel, or their body split, which means broken bodies, it creates a new reality. So think about when you cut a piece of paper, right? When you cut a piece of paper, that paper is no longer there, but it's still a part of the same piece of paper. I think that's what I was trying to get to. That's like the easiest way to kind of explain this lore, is like cutting one piece of paper into a bunch of tiny different pieces. So now we just cut off the little piece of paper for Xehanort because he time traveled and became a whole other chunk of that paper, right? Has nothing to do with anybody. And from that piece of paper that was cut off, we got Luxord, we got Larcene, we got Marluxia, we got Demix and Vexen and Sax, right? And as you can see, all of these are derived from Xehanort because it says Xehanort, right? ありがとうございました。Y2K ビール。ちょっと待って。Thank you for the little bits. Okay. So yeah, so that piece of paper was cut up and now it turned into 6 other players in the game who we end up actually fighting later on, right? I fucking hated the Larcene fight. The Marluxia fight wasn't that bad. It was just long. I probably did that fight maybe like 7 times. But derived from that is Yozora's driver, which we don't even have to worry about this right now. Like, this whole situation, we don't even have to worry about it right now. Don't try to spin your head around it. But this is super important because these are also important characters, even though they're basically not real, but they're real because you have to fight them. But they're nobodies. They're nobodies because they didn't derive from a real body. Because if they did derive from a real body, then they would be a broken body. Does that make sense? I think I'm getting a little better at explaining this because in my head it makes sense, but I feel like my brain works like a DNA, like pixelated, like you can like turn it, right? Kind of like Touch Designer, where you can like use your hands to like turn shit and to see things at different angles. That's kind of how I view Kingdom Hearts, because Final Fantasy is also crazy, but it's a different type of lore. So now let's go all the way back to Xehanort's chart, right? So we already understand that the time travel Xehanort created this cut of paper, right? But now if we go back to the Terra Xehanort, which is basically the godlike being, right? We get time travel Terra Xehanort, and from that we get Terra, and we get Lingering Will, and we also get Riku. So how it has it explained on here is the dark figure that we fight at the end. Yeah, that fucking the Heartless, the big ass fucking Heartless at that also stems from Xehanort, basically. Like if you want to be like super honest, like it would go this way. And that's how we get that, which is the heart. You remember the heart got taken over by darkness, which is why the dark figure is derived from the heart of this Terra, this Xehanort. This Terra Xehanort, basically. And then the soul is the Lingering Will, and it comes right back around to Terra, right? And Terra is right here. It's just the godlike being, the atmosphere, the spirit, whatever. But also from this Terra and from Xehanort, we have Riku. So basically, if you think about it like generations, so if we look back at how Sora was made from Ventus and Vanitas, right? It's the same situation for Riku and Xehanort. Kid Xehanort, to be exact, if we go all the way back up. Rocket talking about some, yeah, you getting better at formulating the examples. Oh God, because in the beginning, I'm like, yo, oh my God, how are we going to even fucking start this? Okay, so now that we're here at Riku, and he's derived from Xehanort, he gets basically possessed by Ansem, and it's not even the real Ansem. So we're saying Ansem, but it's not dude right here. It's not him whatsoever. They got tricked into thinking that Xehanort is Ansem the Wise, but Ansem the Wise disappeared because he stored himself and put him inside of Sora, right? Like this version, Data Ansem the Wise, which is fake Ansem the Wise, basically is inside of Sora. Okay, now let's go back over to Riku. So now Riku was derived from Xehanort. Xehanort, if you really think about it, you said he did a get out to Sora. Yeah, basically, because if you think about it, even though it's the Data Ansem the Wise, he still ends up back inside of Sora. He stored himself inside of there during the Tron Legacy world. Remember when they were trying to figure out the shit with the machines and shit? That's what he ended up doing, and that's how we even could get out of the Tron Legacy world, if you remember. So basically, if you really think about it, Sora is like the light, right? And Riku is the darkness. But Kairi was derived from the light because she was the hope for Riku and Sora. Okay? So now we go back over to Riku, and because he was possessed by Ansem, which is Ansem, the fake Ansem, right? Fake Ansem, not real Ansem at all. This is not even what Ansem looks like, because if we take a look at Ansem has hair more like Sora, right? More orangish, goldish hair. And we have this Ansem who is pretending to be Ansem the Wise, but it's Xehanort. And you can kind of understand and follow Xehanort's little biology tree in the game, because those people derived from Xehanort have white ice hair. Okay? So, who's over here? Oh yeah, Xigbar. Xigbar is a nobody. Nobody. Okay, yeah, so we have Luxu, Envy, Ace, Ida, Gura, and Ava. The Masters of Masters we don't get into till later, so I would say you don't even have to necessarily worry about them. But from Luxu, you got Breg, and then you got Xehanort Breg, and then you got Xigbar. Xigbar was in the last Kingdom Hearts that we played. But either way, he ends up being infused with Xehanort, right? To make the Ansem's pupil Xehanort. So the pupil is literally when he was trying to learn about the darkness and about the Heartless and about what was going on in like the Disney world, the Disneyland, right? And the galaxy and the things beyond Mickey and the things that he was basically unlocking and trying to figure out how to reshape and just like figure out what was in there. Oh God, really would be handsome. That is a handsome fella. But okay, so from this split with Ansem's pupil Xehanort literally learned and took all of the real Ansem's like data, knowledge, information, because they said that the real Ansem basically disappeared, but he didn't really disappear. We see him later on in the gameplays, So now we're back over here and it's explained